end for Golden State. We've got Trace Jackson Davis. Gary Payton II is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's MP, and it's Curry in at the point. And since the Phil Jackson era, Shams, the Lakers are now on their 7th, and I can't even believe I'm saying it, 7th coach in the last 14 seasons. What a turnstile that has been.
They're keeping us reporters busy, huh? To me,
yeah, they are.
It's all about stability now moving forward with the Lakers. I do believe they intend to give their new head coach plenty of opportunities over the next few seasons to continue to coach and continue to be the coach for the long term. You have to figure out the recipe of success, not only now, but moving forward. And the Lakers, from what I'm told, want to give their new head coach the opportunity to build for the long haul.
And I love what you said, the word stability. They need it in L.A. And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame.
No doubt that Butler continues to improve his passing. An excellent playmaker, really wants to make his teammates better.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Reeves finds James. 16 feet away. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. MP looking around. Pass to Curry. And it's Luka with the rebound.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
From the arc. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Curry against Doncic. Curry's shot is good.
Staying cool under pressure. Curry meets some opposition inside, but just focuses on the task at hand.
Well, the latest CBA introducing the second apron, limiting Shams what teams above the cap can do. How does that new rule affect teams?
Decision makers tell me that they're very much keeping an eye on the second apron, not only of their team, but others, and teams that will have to shed salary because of the second apron and the amount of big contracts we're going to see teams give to players. You're going to see it at the top, but that may dwindle in the middle of their roster. But we will see a more competitive league because of these new CBA changes and less of a chance of super teams and just more parity and dispersed talent.
Do you constantly read over some of these CBA agreements? I would assume that you do, to have a full understanding of terms like the apron, like we just talked about, or all the other things, the luxury tax, all the things that make deals possible.
It's one thing to have luxury tax, it's a whole nother animal now to have the second apron, and that certainly for teams that are deep in the second apron, that limits their ability to go make major trades, to be able to sign players for more than the minimum, and we're seeing that happen to at least 1 or 2 teams around the league right now. So how will that impact things? But certainly the CBA being 50, 60, 70 pages, that's something you pour through before every calendar year.
It is just fascinating. Reeves can't hit. On offense, here are the Warriors. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. The 3 from MP. Good on the three-point shot.
Got to contest MP from out there. He is more than capable from 3.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Shams, it seems like with these younger teams coming, we may be witnessing a transfer of power in the NBA. What do you think?
It's really due to the parity that we're seeing in the league, and we haven't seen this much parity in a really long time. It's wide open for teams in both conferences, in the East and West, to claim that top perch. We have to give the league a lot of credit. There's tons of parity.
Which I think is leading to expansion talk, correct? We've got so much talent right now, we can kind of let it ooze out a little bit to some other areas.
Certainly expansion, a couple more teams in the league, but the league really loves where they're at now. And any given year, anyone can win.
Warriors leading by 6. Left side Curry. Pass to Jackson Davis. There's the screen. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. And another three for Golden State.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Reeves with the screen for James. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. James has got 6.
Nice little duel here. LeBron getting the 3 points back for his team.
Golden State moving it around. Butler deciding where to go with it. Takes it off the glass. 7 points in the game.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
For the Warriors, they won their last contest, that game against Indiana.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Tough to keep the consistency from deep, but they did it last time.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against Indiana was terrific. He contributed 51 points and was reliable as ever from distance. He ended up with a stat line he's no doubt proud of, and I'm sure he wants to replicate it again. Kevin?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
When you look at the NBA, Shams, any changes you'd like to see?
To me, it's having players stay healthy, right? I would love to have a rule that players just play and the top players are there playing the most meaningful moments of regular season games and allowing players to have freedom defensively. And the league can find plenty of other ways to discourage players, but to allow players to really be there in the big moments, to defend at a high level. And I would just love to have a healthy serum that we can spread around the league and keep these guys on the field.
I think here at the table, we're all nodding our heads, looking up and down. We all agree completely with what you're saying. Gabe Vincent, he's checked in for Luka Doncic.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. Whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
Now, here's Green, currently averaging almost 6 points a game.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Lakers trail by 13. Pass to Vanderbilt. Now Vincent, and here is Vanderbilt, guarded by Curry. Here's LeBron. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Kuminga. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Great find by Bron, using his basketball IQ. If you don't understand how smart he is, just ask him.
Now here's Curry, coming off a solid outing against Indiana. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by Hayes.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Shoots a 3. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at Denver. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And I think for Golden State, they continue to obliterate expectations because they found a way to get the most out of the guys on this roster.
Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Golden State. The Lakers also changing it up. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hayes. Hachimura comes in for Vanderbilt. And it's Connect in for Austin Reeves. Here's Vincent. A 3-pointer off the mark. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Detroit Pistons.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up.
On the wing, James shoots over Kuminga. And again, the Lakers no good. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. And the win streak sitting at an astonishing 29 games. A monumental team achievement.
And we're looking at a team that has proven they can win against anyone in this league, even given a variety of factors. It's maybe going out on a stretch to say they've reached an all-time great status. But hey, there's an argument for it.
Kuminga kicks to Henry. Buries the long-range jumper. Henry's got 9.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now James, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. 6 to shoot. Benson with it, looking to end the run. The shot, no good. And so it's MP making things happen for the Warriors. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly. And we welcome you back to NBA action, a great tradition. Christmas Day basketball here on 2K Sports. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Just stretching out the floor that first, they had the defense scrambling.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc, and as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Rui Hachimura out there with Connect. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Vincent in at the shooting guard position.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
A nice shot by Doncic. Doncic has got his second basket of the game. You communicate so much with NBA GMs. You talk with owners. You talk with personnel people. Knowing what they do, what is an overlooked part of how they operate their day-to-day jobs with these NBA teams?
A few things for me, Kevin. It is the relationships with agents, with other teams. Are they trusted? Do they have the trust of others? That is of importance, certainly. And how well connected are they within the organization? How are they building their own front offices in their own buildings? But their thirst for information, their ability to use information to strategize, that is something that occurs every single day. Because if you know something is happening with a specific team, that could shape how you want to strategize your team moving forward.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Doncic. Pass to Hachimura. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. From past the arc. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
MP's shot is good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now, here's Doncic. He had 31 points in the win against Detroit.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous.
And the Warriors with some changes. Trace Jackson-Davis comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Stephen Curry in for Hield. And the Lakers have possession. It's stolen by Kuminga. Now the Warriors moving it up. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Now, here's Doncic. Look at those numbers of his. You just can't say enough about the work he's doing at the offensive end. He's averaging about 30.5 points a game. And that one drops. 16 points for MP. And with the new broadcasting deals, NBA salaries figuring Shams to skyrocket.
And we're not even just talking about the players, Kevin. It's the coaches. It's the front office executives. Everyone is seeing some massive, massive paydays. Every single year, we're seeing the biggest contract in league history, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger in years to come.
Are you surprised at the size of some of these coaching deals? I mean, the numbers are amazing to me.
Coaching, these front office deals, it's getting higher and higher. And once Monty Williams signed the deal he did in 2023, that only elevated the market for coaches, and front office executives also are getting big paydays.
Here's Doncic, following the basket by Stephen Curry. That one good for 2.
And inside, Luka knows the bucket is there, so he is willing to fight for it.
Curry passes to Butler. Back to Curry. Kicks it out to MP. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. MP's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Warriors. And here is Doncic. He's got 9. Here's the 3. Warriors with the rebound.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
And having a whale of a game from three-point range. Drained 3 of them in that first quarter and has added 3 more here in the second.
And it's Doncic missing.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know the Lakers have to pound the ball inside. LeBron James says, we have attackers. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're not shooting 40 to 50 threes a game. We don't have the luxury of being that team. Working it into the paint, that's what we're really good at. Kevin, they play to their strengths.
They got a lot of strength. Got to do it. Thanks, D.A.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Doncic has got 10 points in the quarter. Shams, we know you grew up in Chicago. I'm assuming you grew up a Bulls fan. Who didn't? And you had to have a favorite player growing up with those terrific teams.
I was a big-time fan of hoops in general. Definitely someone for me was Kobe Bryant. That someone wasn't a Bulls player. We almost got him one year, but that was someone I grew up watching. Kevin, did you have a favorite team or player growing up?
Well, I love Kobe. I called every season of LeBron and every season of Kobe Bryant. Good! Another from 3.
Well, we expected him to come in firing. It's just another three-point barrage.
What a phenomenal run it's been for him. Nearing 5th on the list of most triples in a season. Vincent the pass to Doncic. From about 16. From downtown. Vincent misses. And here's Kuminga. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
And they lost the season series against this squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
Curry with the bucket.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
The Lakers shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. Vincent misses. On offense, here are the Warriors. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
And the MP is one of those guys you just love watching because he plays with such confidence, hunger, and a smile.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of this game.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, MP. And some changes here for the Warriors. Kevon Looney is checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Moody comes in for Butler. And it's Payton in for Jonathan Kuminga. Both free throws good from Henry. And Los Angeles guys shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. Reeves finds James, and they get it. And Moody pulls it down.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Some nice passing by Golden State here. There's the pick. Here's Payton. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 1:39 left in the first half. Curry against LeBron. Shoots it. Wide open shot is on the money. James has got 10 points in the game.
I like this wrinkle. Put LeBron off the ball and then make a play for him.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Easy to see why Shams has so many sources around the game. He's so easy to talk to.
Yeah, it's all about relationships at the end of the day. When the conversations come easily, that suits his purpose as a reporter.
There's a good screen. Payton from outside. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Yep, that one goes in there.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And here's MP for 3. On the wing, Reeves. He had 16 points in the win against Detroit.
And he didn't just create offense for himself now. He did a tremendous job of setting up his teammates as well.
Pass to Henry. Puts it up. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. 32 points for MP.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. The Warriors on top, running away with this one. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. Let's bring on the shot.
Hey folks, first off, looking ahead to All-Star Weekend. Let's see who's in the running to compete in the three-point contest.
A bunch of long-range snipers, cold-blooded. Still a way to go with the selection process, but this is a strong start.
No question. I'd rather play alongside them than against them. Let us take some time now to talk about the first half, a commanding performance for the Warriors.
In terms of efficiency, they've been on point. Incredible execution. I love the way they're playing on both ends.
Yeah, they're piling up a massive lead, partly because they're not giving anything away. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
RJ, so often with rookies, we want to judge them after half a season. We're not very patient with them. How long should we give players to prove themselves in the NBA?
Well, there's a different type of prove yourself. If you're talking about a rookie, I was taught after about game 60, you're no longer a rookie because you played every team, you understand the defensive concept. You might be a little fatigued, but after that, you're no longer a rookie. But to judge them, if they can play in this league, it can take a couple of years.
MP out there with Curry. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Gary Payton II. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5. That's the Warriors 5. That free throw good from Butler.
A highly talented two-way player. Butler is also known for his tough-nosed approach to the game.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Back to Doncic. Oh, Reeves in position. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
And something you see with the Lakers, they really trust their role players, don't they, Richard?
Yeah, LeBron does a great job of empowering his group. That's why he's top 5 in the league all time in assists. If you earn his trust, he will give you a ton of space to work. The Lakers know that they can only go as far as their great group of role players.
And that one misses. Richard, we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Well, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
Good on the second free throw. And one thing the Lakers are so adept at, Greg, inverting their sets to have different players start the action.
Yeah, it takes a high level of basketball IQ to do that on the fly. Makes defending the Lakers a nightmare. You never know how they'll attack you.
Reeves against MP. In the corner, it's James. Vanderbilt setting the pick for LeBron. And the dunk by James.
Getting that little bit of help, James calls for the pick and roll, shake up the defense, and find himself a quality look.
Curry on the wing. Another 3 for Golden State.
Well, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Doncic passes to Vanderbilt. Back to Doncic. Shoots over Curry. Again, Los Angeles.
And it doesn't take much for Doncic to get hot. And once that happens, boy, he is almost unguardable.
A 3 from MP. That shot missing.
You just gotta love watching a big man hustle on the glass. This is what his team expects and needs from him.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Back to Doncic. 5 to shoot. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Jackson Davis has got 8 rebounds in this game. MP finds Jackson Davis. And that one drops for him.
And an excellent start to the second half. Only missed 1 shot in their first 5.
Reeves the pass to LeBron.
Get outside!
Pass to Doncic. Warriors with the rebound. Jackson Davis has got 9 rebounds now tonight. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And the basket by Payton.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
To the middle, here's Reeves, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
You gotta finish strong whenever you can. Reeves does not waste that opportunity.
Payton outside. To the paint, here's Butler, and it's Butler with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Down low. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Every time this man gets an assist, it feels like every other night he just moves up the all-time leaderboard.
Outside Butler, beyond the arc, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 6th assist on the night. And Reeves has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. The Warriors have gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime. No problems knocking that one down. Curry's got 6 here in this quarter.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Doncic finds Vanderbilt. Bounce pass from Reeves. Now here's Vanderbilt. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. And here's Doncic from the arc. The shot will not fall.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Alden. David.
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in the games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch. I know Reeves has been accused of hunting fouls before. Richard, do you see that?
Oh, I don't know if it's all on Reeves. It's just the way the game is played. Great players learn how to put you in position to foul them. The goal of the game is to score, and if that's hunting fouls, then hunt away.
Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to show you the teams leading the league in assists this season. The Warriors, number 1. The Lakers, 2nd.
These two teams have really passed the ball well all season. They share it, they move it. It's really a pleasure to watch how they approach the game.
And the first one at the line is good. And some changes here for the Warriors. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Trace Jackson Davis. Kuminga comes in for Butler. And it's Moses Moody in for Payton. And the Lakers also making a switch. Hachimura is checked in for Vanderbilt. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Reeves can't hit.
Yeah, no triples for him here in the second half. One fell in the first, though. Can he turn it up?
Here's Green. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 6 assists in the game. The Lakers have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. Pass to Doncic. Reeves against MP. Hachimura with it. Takes the 3. Henry with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Chalk up 2 there. Curry's got 19 points.
How do you stop Curry? Well, in a short answer, you can't.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
MP against Reeves. Warriors with the rebound. And it's the Warriors on the break. Kuminga against Hachimura. Fires for 3. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Henry. 22 points for him.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
Curry with the steal. With the drive. And the shot goes in.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Doncic dishes to LeBron. The Lakers moving the ball around. Curry against Doncic. Can they get it? And Curry pulls it down.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
And boy, this really doesn't look good. That just the way it happened.
And you know it's serious if he's heading to the locker room. It takes a lot to get him out of any game.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hayes. Connect comes in for Austin Reeves. And it's Gabe Vincent in for Doncic. Hachimura finds Vincent. There's the pick. And here's LeBron outside. Draymond Green grabs the miss. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lets it go with a 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Hachimura against Kuminga. The shot by LeBron, no good. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
And Curry has it in the corner. Unloads from 13. Yep, it counts. Curry's got 27.
On a night like tonight, Steph Curry is must-watch basketball. He can score from anywhere.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Hachimura with a screen on Green. Here's Finney-Smith. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And it goes on Draymond Green. Lakers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
A free throw drops for Finney-Smith. Looney's. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Hart. Thank you for watching tonight's presentation on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink. Good job, MP. I see.